My name is Lamin A. Tunkara. I am the Managing Director of Gamtel. Gamtel was established right around 1984. And the core mandate of Gamtel was to provide a telecommunication service for the people. The provision of voice service was one that anybody can point to and say Gamtel had done a phenomenal job in making sure voice service was rolled out to the communities. Among the product portfolios that we have, the fiber being one, the ADSL another, there's also this broadband wireless connectivity that we are on. There's a portfolio that is also being rolled out, which is the tower. If you look at how we put our products in perspective, we have projects. One of the projects was called the turnaround strategy. This turnaround, what we want to do is to see how we can maximize connectivity across the country. And by that, we figured out that 75% of that possibility is going to come through broadband wireless. That is where the tower would come into play and all other broadband technologies.
3 years ago, we made a decision with the board and management and even the ministry that we will have to work around and expand this network so that the financial status quo of the company will be turned around from a condition that is not favorable to at least a more favorable financial state. And at that time, the target was we will make within the period 26,000 broadband connectivity within the period. However, that 26,000 broadband connectivity was banking on the possibility of having a very powerful, robust, and reliable and up-to-date broadband service, wireless broadband service, because wireless is easy to deploy. However, the wireless component of it wasn't very successful, but for the wired expansion, that is to send fiber to the homes, fiber to the businesses, fiber to the offices, that one we seems to actually surpass the target that was set at the time. Because when we couldn't get the right broadband wireless we planned, we put a lot of effort in boosting the connectivity of the wired line.
From Koina to Katong, we have our rings across, and we are utilizing that to be able to make sure we connect.
The recently most increased ring was the Janjambre Lamin Koto ring. And when I say rings, I'm talking about infrastructural safety, the ability to be robust so that a single fiber cut does not necessarily bring the country down. Also, to date, we are still with the relevant capacity in terms of the infrastructural equipment sitting in our switches, the ones that are actually providing the light to the fiber or that are actually providing the bandwidth to the fiber. Gamtel has a big share of the ACE broadband, and the broadband of ACE is big, and yet we have one of the highest percentage ownership of that capacity. So it just depends how much of it is needed by our customers, and then we activate accordingly.
2 years ago, the entire Gamtel customer base was riding on a 7.5 gig link through Portugal and France. Two links. One is 5 gig, the other one is 2.5, altogether 7.5. So at the time, we experienced some maintenance on the 5 gig link. Assuming that you are working on a 5 gig link out of 7.5, what do you have left? 2.5. So the entire customer base, the entire country was going through that 2.5. But today we had doubled that to 15 gig. That's what the entire the customer base is on. But that's not enough. We also went ahead and created another capacity through Sonatel, Senegal, which is another 5. But at any given time when there are need for it, the ministry, through the ministry's also intervention, we will increase it as much high as 30 gig. CG2 is another backup link, that we had connected with Sonatel, Free, and all others to make sure that if in the event ACE goes down or the CG1, which is over the Barra route, we can always, hop on that link to make sure we provide service for customers. We promise ourselves, and hopefully we can do this, that never again do we want to see an entire outage in the Gambian community. As I speak to you today, the data center in the next week or so, we should be able to have it lit up. We recently signed a contract with GRA to be able to carry them, on the Internet of Things. National Assembly, they are called platform called Cisco Call Manager. We are the ones that provide that for them.
We have very capable, very highly educated, very highly motivated, and some who are selflessly devoted to get the job done. And when it comes to the equipment, we also have the right equipment to get the job done. We are pushing at all corners to make sure that we get to areas that never dreamed of being connected on fiber. That's the willing comers. That is the estates like the Paradise Estate, the Paradise View, the Village. Areas that never actually had, these facilities before. We've moved already into there. And even looking forward into estates that are not yet even developed. We're already running high capacity fiber to those areas in preparation for their coming up, and we'll be able to supply them.
For people to feel comfortable, confident in us, the leadership would have to show it to not only the customers, but to not only the employees, but the customers. And we always say this, you can call us at any time, in the middle of the night, early morning, late night, whatever you can always call us. If you have a problem, we'll be able to make sure that we get you help. So all in all, we are ready and we want you to come. We have the best service. If you come to fiber, who else could have competed with that? It's only Gamtel.